Welcome back to my Vision News. Some news stories for you. Firstly, a united Fano front has been established in Gondar today. A statement was released by Amhara Fano Unity, the new organization which is claiming to be representative of all Fano factions in the Amhara region. The statement has 10 main points. What are Fano's demands? Secondly, Eritrean Information Minister Yamane Gebremaskal a few minutes ago spoke about alleged disinformation campaign against Eritrea. He accused the TPLF. The TPLF enablers are behind this defamation disinformation campaign. Thirdly, Redwan Hussein, Ethiopian National Security Advisor, one of the top men in Ethiopia, arrived in Afar yesterday. What is he doing there? He is a National Security Advisor. Which security issues are going to come under discussion in Afar region? Is this visit linked to the presence of Eritrean military in Afar? Is it linked to Djibouti fruit issue? Is it linked to Afar-Somali border dispute? We have some updates for you. Firstly, viewers, Fano militia does not have a central organization. In different zones of Amhara region, there are different Fano factions. Gajam Fano is a separate Fano. Gondar Fano, another Fano. Volo, Shiva Fano. And one of the main objections by Ethiopian Federal Forces, Ethiopian Intelligence Agency, and one of the main justifications provided by them to disarm Fano was that Fano was not centralized. It lacked unity of command. So armed separate factions could be a threat to national security. Now, an effort is being made to unite all Fano factions. In Gondar, a representative body of all Amhara Fano factions has been established. Its name is Amhara Fano Unity. AFU. AFU today in a statement said that Tigray forces attacked Amhara region. Fano fought, but Fano was not made part of talks. Fano sacrificed, but Fano was put out of talks. Rather, Fano fighters were put in prisons. This Amhara Fano Unity Organization has released a statement with 10 main points. Firstly, it says that Volkait and Raya are both red lines. They're part of the Amhara region. Any attempt to change the existing status of Raya and Volkait will be resisted by Fano factions. Secondly, it is demanding release of Zamine Kasi, Fano commander from Gajam. Thirdly, it is opposing disarming of the people of Amhara region. Fourthly, it is accusing Ethiopian government officials that they are part of the campaign of genocide against Amharas in Valaga and in BG, Manishangal, Gumuz region of Ethiopia, and it wants recognition for Fano's services, especially during second round of fighting which happened in Amhara region last year. Firstly, now when thousands of Fano fighters are in prison, this organization has been established. Fano has been literally dismantled because around 5 to 6 months ago, Ethiopian Federal Forces and Amhara regional forces, they launched a crackdown on Fano factions. Main Fano commanders fled their bases. Zamine Kasi was arrested. Masresha is on the run. Massafint is in hiding. Only Wallo Fano, led by Mere Wadajo, has been allowed to operate freely because it was working under ENDF control. So, Fano has been dismantled, disarmed to some extent as well. I don't know how effective this body is going to be now when main Fano commanders are on the run, Fano fighters, thousands in prison. I think the main purpose of formation of this body is to put pressure upon Amhara regional government, Ethiopian federal government, that they must not make any decision about handing over of Volkayet and Raya to TPLF. And the organization today backed a 4-member committee of negotiators proposed by some factions in the Amhara region. If you remember in a video a few days ago, when Amhara Association of America and some factions in the Amhara region proposed a 4-member committee of negotiators to negotiate on behalf of the people of Amhara region in Pretoria, but that committee was not allowed to be part of talks, and that committee included Dasalan Chane, Nama party member of parliament, General Tafira Mamu, former Amhara Special Force Chief, and Twedo Stirfe of Amhara Association of America, and another Amhara influential figure. So that 4-member committee of negotiators and this Amhara Fano unity are on the same page. It means that the 4-member committee of negotiators and this Fano faction, they are of the same view when it comes to issues linked to the Amhara region. It seems to be again an attempt to put pressure upon the Amhara region and the Ethiopian federal government to stop the governments from considering handing back Volkayet and Raya to TPLF, Tigray regional government. Secondly, viewers, Eritrean information minister today accused TPLF of launching a disinformation campaign against Eritrea. We've seen that since the signing of the peace agreement at the start of November this month, Tigray regional government, Tigray officials have been accusing Eritrea that Eritrean forces are involved in lootings, kidnappings, and human rights abuses in Tigray, and this is ongoing after the signing of the agreement as well. Eritrea remained largely silent, but a general statement was, or a message was shared by Yemane Gebremaskal, information minister of Eritrea today. He said that disinformation campaigns against Eritrea had been intensified. They had reached their peak by TPLF enablers, and that when the region was heading towards permanent peace, such disinformation campaigns are gaining pace. So, Eritrea is saying that region is making progress towards permanent peace. It means that, again, what I've been saying, that Eritrea is on board with Ethiopian federal government regarding what was agreed in Pretoria, South Africa. That agreement was backed by both governments, Eritrean and Ethiopian governments. That is why he's saying that the region is on its way towards permanent peace. But he is accusing, of course, TPLF. The TPLF is resisting this attempt. TPLF enablers, rather, not TPLF. TPLF enablers. So he is pointing his finger towards TPLF's allies, Western media, EU, US, that they have stepped up their disinformation campaign against Eritrea. I've been saying what is needed is direct political engagement between Tigray regional government and Eritrean government. Otherwise, there won't be any lasting peace in this region. The two sides will keep on spreading hate. Mistrust and distrust will lead to conflicts. Lastly, viewers, Redwan Hussein, Ethiopian National Security Advisor, arrived in Afar region yesterday. What is the objective of his visit? What are the items on the agenda of his visit? Nothing made public so far. What we have learned is that his visit is linked to some security issues, mainly to Djibouti fruit dispute. Fruit has kidnapped 6 members of Djibouti's forces, and Fruit last week offered to release 6 members of Djibouti's forces in exchange for the release of some Fruit members and political prisoners imprisoned in Djibouti. Fruit is an Afar militia. It has links with people in Afar region of Ethiopia. Djibouti's delegation visited Ethiopia a few weeks ago, requesting Ethiopian government to support for the release of Djibouti's soldiers who are in the custody of Fruit. That is why Redwan Hussein is in the Afar region. He wants to involve Afar leadership to help Djibouti's government in the release of Djibouti's soldiers. But Afar government, Afar elders, they have their own concerns about Djibouti. They accuse Djibouti of backing Somali ISAs, that Djibouti wants Somali ISAs, some faction in the Somali region, to launch military offensives on Afars. The two sides, the Somalis and Afars, have been involved in fighting in Hundofo and in Garbaise. Some say Sajid, don't use the word Garbaise. Its name is Gadameto, I think. I don't know about the etymology of these names. I don't have any agenda when I use these names. It is up to the parties to decide which area is part of Tigray or Somali region. I just report. So Afars are not comfortable with Djibouti Somali ISA alliance in the Somali region of Ethiopia. And secondly, humanitarian issues in Afar will also be discussed, because there is a humanitarian crisis in northern Afar. Aid is reaching, but a lot needs to be done. And thirdly, Eritrean military is still in the Afar region. It has not withdrawn. We know that from Berhale front. Eritrean military and Afar militia, they tried to reach Mekelle a few weeks ago before the signing of the peace agreement, but they could not. They were stopped. Eritrean military is still there reportedly. So several issues going to be discussed in Redwan Hussein's meeting in Afar. Mainly, I think Fruit, Djibouti, Somali region issues will be the priority for the visit of Redwan Hussein. Thank you for watching.